Hi everybody, how are you? This is Fei Yan. I'm from Keller Williams. I know I've been in the field. A lot of people always ask me, how's the market doing? I got that question a lot. So today I'm gonna try to give you update on the market and also interest rate. I also have Greg here. Gregory Wareham has been in the mortgage industry for about 23 years. So first we wanted to give you an update on the real estate market. Now, Greg, we have some data from Middlesex County, Monmouth County, and also for the month of September, and also the rolling period through September of last year to this year. So from the Middlesex County, the new listings has been up. The new listings up for 3.9%. How about Monmouth County, Greg?
Well, when we look at Monmouth County, the new listings are down 11.2% from September of last year to September of this year.
Oh, wow. And the percent of list price received, it's about, basically people put in offer, it went over the listing price. The price that we got, it's about 2.3%. So the price has gone up 3.4%. How about Monmouth County?
We've seen a very similar trend, Faye, in Monmouth County, where prices have went up by 3.8% relative to what the property was listed for.
Yeah.
So if a property was listed for $500,000 and it went up 3.8%, you're looking at selling for about $520,000.
Yes. So when you put in an offer, it's always above the listing price. If you try to go under, you're not gonna get it. And also the inventory has been down like huge. Like the monthly supply or inventory for 2020 is 5.3%, and then 2021 is 2.4%. So the percentage change has been down for 54.7%, and that's a lot, you know.
That's significant when you look at it
Yeah.
for Monmouth County. Monmouth County months of inventory in 2020 were at 3.5%, and now they're down to 2.4%, just like Middlesex County.
Yeah.
So that's down by about 31%
Yeah.
year over year.
So these numbers that we talk about is for the single family, and it's the same, like the trend is very similar for the condos too. For Middlesex, the active listing, the new listing has been down by 7.5%. And for Monmouth County?
It's 3.8%.
Okay.
Down for that same period.
Yeah, and also it's also percentage of list price received is like 100.6%. So you still have to go over the asking for the condos.
Yeah, and you see the same thing in Monmouth County, Faye, with
Okay.
101.1%.
Okay. Now for the adult community, new listings, surprisingly, it's also down for 1.2%. And the price received is 100.5%. So the adult community price also go over the list price.
It's identical in Monmouth County, where it's new listings are down 1.2%, and prices are going for 101.5%
Wow.
of the list price. That's up 4%.
That's even higher than Middlesex County, right?
Yep.
And I also got this sheet. It's from Monmouth Ocean Realtors. It says the inventory has been down so much. Like in September, the inventory compared to last year is down by 26, almost 27%, and the Ocean County is down by 25%. That's why, because things are selling a lot faster. Days on the market last year was averaging about 44 days, and this year it's only like 23 days. So let's talk about the interest rate. What's the prediction like? Is the interest rate gonna go up?
Well, I knew that we were going to sit down today, Faye, and I had something I was going to talk about earlier today, and then since then the Federal Reserve's had a meeting. And we have a little more clarity as to where interest rates are going.
Yes.
So one of the big announcements that came out with the Federal Reserve today is they were going to taper back their purchasing of bonds. And the Federal Reserve spends about $15 billion a month on bonds currently, of which $5 billion of that is in the mortgage-backed securities space.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
And with them purchasing the bonds or the mortgage-backed securities, it's kept prices really low, which keeps long-term interest rates low. So as they kind of taper off on that spending, you're going to more than likely see interest rates start to gradually increase over the course of time. And the Federal Reserve's planning on eliminating all bond purchasing by July of 2022.
Okay. So what do you think the interest rate in 2022? Are they gonna stay with like 3 point something or 4 point something? What's like?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, the projections from many different sources between now and the end of the year, ranging with interest rates being anywhere from 3% up to about 3.5%, depending on which index that you look at. As we get into 2022, you'll see interest rates slowly starting to rise over that course of time, but they are projected to stay relatively low in those mid to upper threes, at least till the middle of next year.
Okay, so since the interest rate is not going to be a significant change, and since we are low on inventory, so the housing price is not going to go down, right?
I don't think so. We don't see that happening, not with the huge demand that we have in our metro area.
Because a lot of buyers are waiting on the fence, so they were thinking like, okay, the market is going to tank soon, so I want to wait. But I don't think that's like according to the interest rate and the inventory, I don't think that's a good move to do, right?
You know, it's really interesting, Faye. To your point, Goldman Sachs came out with an article projecting that the real estate market's going to actually increase by 16% next year.
Wow. Still
now,
increase.
I would say that coupled in our particular area, low inventory, interest rates are still going to stay relatively low, and there's a huge pent-up demand from home buyers. I would imagine that pricing stays pretty stable going into next year.
I see. What about inflation? Because I know inflation is going up so much, like for everything, every goods, like, you know, we can't even afford to drive the car now. The gas prices go up so much.
And that's a great point, Faye. When you look at where inflation is at, it's at a 13-year high right now.
Yes.
It's been very aggressively going up, and that's another reason why we're probably going to see interest rates going up a little over the course of time.
Okay. So if you think about to sell or to buy, because now is really a good time. So I don't think you wait, waiting for a few months or, next year, it's going to change a lot of things, right? What do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, at the end of the day on it, is there ever really a bad time to purchase a home? There really isn't. I mean, when you look at this market particularly, even if rates go up a little bit, they're still very low relative to the norm. I mean, people forget that prior to COVID, interest rates were 3.75. Some days they were 3.875. And historically, you're going to see interest rates closer into the 4s, into the 5s. So as we get into next year, they're still going to stay relatively historically low. And we're still going to have a pent-up demand for property.
That's good. And I also heard you saying that you shouldn't look at the housing price or the interest rate. You should look at affordability. What's the monthly payment, right? That's
no question about it. And then time frame in the property. So if you're trying to buy a house and sell it next year, well, there's a lot of risk factors associated with that and timing the market perfectly.
Correct.
But if it's a house that you're going to be in, you're going to be in there with your family.
For a long time.
Yeah, it's kind of like looking at your 401k. You see that number go up and down all the time, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter unless you're cashing it out.
It's true.
And I feel the same way with real estate, and historically, it's always been an increase in value.
Yes. So thank you very much, Greg, today. Give us a lot of more insights to the real estate and the interest rate. So everyone, thanks for watching, and hopefully we give you some great information that you can take home with, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Faye.